Well, while Steve might get diamond, we get Hero over here glowing like a pride flag the way he lights up like a rainbow. And I mean, that's just gonna be utterly terrifying, right? You get more than your opponent off not interacting, and you get bounds to shut down minecart and anvil. Oh, Sola, if he can just stay disciplined, has a very, very real way into grand finals.
Yeah, and not just that, the side B as well, able to kind of just eat through those blocks. A lot of tools that Sobriquet can use. I remember people were talking about earlier how Hero could be a counter pick, but at the same time, Hero is not one of those characters that you can really counter pick in because you just have to really put a lot of time and effort into this character. But we'll see what Sobriquet can do. This is losers finals between two players, both of them deserving their spots in this top 3 at Fusion 208. Let's get it started and see who'll be moving on to face Marvel in the grand finals.
I really like that use of up tilt starting things off here from Steffen, recognizing that the way you're gonna beat out Hero is just in the frame data game, right? Neither of you have the mobility, but Steve can swing that up tilt about 6 times before Hero can get a move out, right? That's an exaggeration, but he just puts you in the blender and never lets you go, so just mash the quick buttons to get off me and worry about the rest of it later. Or Steffen now having a chance to just slow the pace of this game down and build his own resources while waiting out the buffs in turn that we mentioned before from Sola.
Let's trip. Looking for Zoom. Wow, didn't get the punish in time. Was actually able to use the mobility using the get up attack. And now Accelerado's open, but that's just going to be a green light for Steffen to just execute Sola, getting all these buffs up while you can. Kaboom. Yep, blocked out. We'll have to see what can be done. And able to get it on there because of how floaty you can leave Accelerate.
Yeah, that plus the parry too, right? Steffen has had a really good idea of the counterplay in this matchup. Spacing in his positions very well for the most part. That grab, though, gonna beat out the Hatchet Man. And now Steffen just gonna rinse, repeat his way, get some extra resources, not gonna get mine the diamond, and just gonna rinse you with the lava, cook you in the fire a little bit, trying to steal this stock. Even though up at 100 with the max rage, that back air just not gonna kill yet.
Yeah, and I like actually just wanting to kind of go for diamonds because, you know, Steffen can kill relatively early, and as well as even if the stock is taken, the MP counter on Sola is just so low, and a diamonds is available again. I mean, what are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? It's just like, yeah, you need to be careful around those blocks, and finally gets it stolen away, but looks like it's offering up on there. It's trying to go for it there. Not going to try to block it off. And yeah, you can't go for those buffs directly in Steve's face. You're going to get hit up with so much damage.
And what a little extension there from Steffen, too. Just pushing Sola into the blast zone. It didn't clean up anything because of that zoom, but even still, just extra damage, great position.
Oh, God.
But now he's got every buff he could ever want, and you've got a stone wall at your back. You're gonna have to burn the resources, but somehow in the scramble, it's Steffen chasing down Sola, and these buffs are gonna start to take away. The bounce is gone now, and the Diamond F Smash gonna find the mark over Heroes. How did Steffen avoid all of the danger?
No pick. Wait, no. There's no pickaxe. I think Steffen just kind of realized that, trying to go for all these options. Oh, no! Sniped him out of the air! Left him in like it's a black hole, and this time, the pushback wasn't enough. You didn't push him enough, and you got slashed across the chest in return. It was a great... I love that head split for Sola. I talk about it all the time. That's the Steve counterplay. But instead, didn't push enough. And honestly, maybe a down tilt could have just broke the crafting table at that point, but a lot of ifs and buts.
It's also like when you watch this at the end of the game here, you'll see just how far away Steffen is from this crafting table. I don't know that Sola entirely expected the hitbox extension to play a factor here. Because when you watch the swing at the end, and right, he crosses him up, gets him again, and at the very max distance, finds it, if not for that crafting table, or catching the tip of the sword, Sola would have been safe, and I just don't think he expected that one to hit.
Yeah, like I said earlier, lots of ifs and buffs, but at the same time, it's going to be the buffs. Is that what Sola wants? But wow, was that back-to-back kabooms? That just ate through your MP, and Steffen will say thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and hit you for all that damage. You didn't get that one back on hit, and all of a sudden, it's even up real fast, but can't forget, you can't use those side Bs as projectiles when that reflector is up, but colliding head first into an anvil It's a quick way to get a headache and get your stock taken.
What a smart situation from Steffen there too, right? You mentioned not being able to use the minecart there as a projectile, but he chose to anyways, baiting Sola to swing into it, saying, hey, if Bounce counterplays this for free, but when you swing, you're still putting a hit lag. I can punish that. He found the stock, and even though Steffen picks it up in turn, right, they were both able to find it together, whereas otherwise Steffen wouldn't have found one in the first place, solely because he did throw the minecart out into the bounce, which was very cool.
Yeah. I'll do on there. Great usage of the waveland. Hocus Pocus gave you all your mana back, but we'll have to see what you can do with that one. Sizzle does not find its mark, and that's going to be punishing on their neutral getup. Gets the 1, 2, 3 jab, so here's an opportunity time to get some buffs of your own, but Steffen is refusing to let go of this pressure. Zoom is available. You got to get away. And Steffen patiently waiting, and the 1-2 after that one. My goodness, Zoom again, but you're looking on borrowed time, my friend. You've taken so much damage.
He's just rattling him at this point, back and forth and up off the top, not just yet. However, where you're gonna fall down is into the depths of hell now. Last stock, Steffen sealing up counter pick advantage if he can just take this game, and that crackle slash not gonna come in. It's gonna be a kaboom in turn. Sobriquet Sola has had a lot of opportunities, but it feels like he's just whiffing so many top decks this game.
Uh-oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh!
Ow! I did not. I don't think either of us
expecting
expected him to make that one back wolf scratch, but he did it regardless, and having a chance here, gonna get the Zoom to do it one more time, but no MP and the buffs, he needed that F smash to hit and just not able to do it yet.
So close yet so far. Ah, it's not enough to snap the shield, so too much time and taking too much damage, so the buff from, I'm guessing, it was either Psych Up or Oomph was just not enough to break that shield, and no crit either. So Steffen will be going up 2-0, looking real good, and kind of talked about earlier that hero counter pick. I just really want to see more like the side Bs, being able to utilize that move more, but instead, like you said earlier, the top deck's just not working out, and just kind of how the RG works out sometimes.
And that clip there that we just saw was exactly what I talked about there before, right? He threw out the minecart into the bounce, baiting Sola to swing into it. Once he hits it with a nair, it doesn't matter that he's got the reflector. He puts himself into hit lag, and we saw Steffen take 60% and for his trouble. Say, okay, well, it doesn't matter or whether your reflector invalidates me if you're gonna hit it anyways. Now, right, already Sola not swinging into it, making the adjustment, giving himself a chance, but he's got to get out of the blender if he's gonna keep having one.
Yep, and been stuck in this corner. It really feels like that Sola has just been boxed in for all these matches. Like, Steffen is just one.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Wow. Once again, holding on. Sola pushing these to the limit will scratch, but just not too much more beyond it. It feels like he's finding ways to survive, but he's just playing to survive. It doesn't feel like he's really playing to win right now.
So it can be done, trying to get the MP back, but a lot of menu action. So I'm starting to see, trying to get that bounce up, and I don't blame you. Be real good. That's all the tried and true. Got hit up with there. Not gonna take that one. Kaboom is available, but gonna snipe it out on there, letting go of the ledge. A little bit of a checkmate situation could happen, but a lot of buffs are happening. But Steffen will, you know, kind of just say, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. I'll get all these resources ready to go. As once again, pressuring with that up tilt and the up B of the shield. I like that. Trying to get away from it, utilizing those platforms. Don't die to that.
Oh, he very nearly did, and he's still going to. Just didn't find the zoom he was looking for, and unfortunately, sometimes that's just how the dice roll. Wolf scratch. Now, though, he's gonna swing, get put in the gold blender for his trouble. That's 40% and a juggle. Now have to find a way off stage of the minecart. He's gonna get snoozed, but that's just gonna be a reset, and this full-on scramble is for Sola's life, and he just can't find a way to keep on living.
It's over. No.
Oh, no. Sola, and you can see it. You can see it the way he just shook his head. He's like, what the heck, man? What the heck was that?
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Yeah, I think the last two menus off stage none of them were zoom, and then the first one wasn't able to click zoom in time. Not the best way to kind of bow at that one, but still, Real good stuff on there. A top 3 in the bag at one of the more stacked locals. Something to be kind of proud and achieve yourself with. Just got more things on there. Real good stuff to do. And yeah, that was just so unfortunate there. You kind of talked about earlier, and then the hitbox extension. That's what I kind of talked about. We talked about, right? There's a lot of ifs and buts, and like we said, an inch can change the way an interaction can play out there, especially when it's like a wonky character like Steve.
And I appreciate, again, you mentioned, right, Sola coming in at 3rd place here at Fusion tonight. This is a guy who in 2022, I will forever remember, right, being someone who people were popping off doing really well at the Arcadian that winter, and now, right, getting 3rd place at Fusion just a year and a half later, really demonstrating that here in the FGC, you get those results at Arcadians, you get them at your locals, they do, etc. They do scale up, right? These more stacked locals at the Arcadians into the regular brackets. They do keep going because you keep improving. When you grind, when you put the effort in, and when you have fun, anything is possible. Sola just keeps getting better, and I can't wait to see him continue to do so in future weeks. Congrats to him, man, because 3rd is... I could never get 3rd at a local.
I've gotten 3rd before. There were only 3 teams though, so
hey, listen,
top 3, baby.
You're doing the old ultimate frisbee strats, man. I'm telling you.
Got on there, but because of that W, a nice 3-0 by Steffen will be re-earning that ticket back into grand finals on the loser side to get that run back against Marvel, who's been sitting there waiting out. Then we get another